Hey guys, it's Wyer out here in the garden again. And we have our peppermint and rosemary. They're still on the progress. And here is our echinacea and our chamomile progress. Here we have our seedlings that we found. This one may need change of soil. This one's doing good. And we have the new plants that we added. We have our bee feast sprouting. And we have our kale sprouting. So I think I'm going to transfer these into this container and put this borage into a new pot. So stay tuned. So I chose this size pot for the borage. It is this tall. And I put these clay pebbles in the bottom of my pots so that the soil gets more air on the bottom. I put about 2 scoops of soil before I plant the borage itself. And to remove my borage, I'm just going to try to secure the roots and everything as much as I can before potting it. Honestly, I've always had trouble repotting borage because of how delicate she is. And I hope they survive in this new pot. I definitely jinxed it because look, that's what I mean. They snap so easily, so delicate. I have to go in with light reinforcements because they're just too long. I'm gonna pour a little dirt and then readjust them so that they can prop right or prop well, better than this. A little bit more sturdy. We're down to the last 4. Now this is the excess soil from the borage plant, and I'm just gonna scoop it in here so that whatever seeds were left in here get a chance to germinate in the bigger pot. These are now clear. The borage is now transferred and in a very lit place. The kale and the bee feast got some sprouts this week, so we will expand their growth. As far as the other plants we planted, we will just spray them and put them back in the greenhouse for this week. We have to put the soil back in so that we have new soil for our expansion seeds. And we found our friend again. Dang it, man. You're everywhere. But where I want you to be, dang, I ain't want you to be there either. Come on, get back on this leaf. Come on, baby. Come on, I don't like creepy crawlies, y'all. But I ain't gonna kill them. I'll help you. Come on. Go into this soil. But if you come back, you won't be in my garden for real. Again, with our dowel, we're making holes so that the seeds are nested well in the dirt. This time, I did put 1 inch, so they're going 1 inch deep. That's probably like my finger, this much. Our existing sproutings of kale are potted already, and I will put some seeds in there so that we can get some growth and put some fresh seeds in the extra holes so that we get some more sproutings of kale. And we will hydrate our kale. And I will repeat the process for the bee feast mix because I wanted a bigger pot. I wanted the bees to actually get some flowers this year and probably inhabit our bee nest or the nesting aid. So the flowers for the bee feast are literally random. I don't know what they're going to give us, but this is what we have so far, and we will make it bigger. Poor baby had the roots popping out the bottom. With the existing sproutings in there, I poked 4 holes with our dowel so that we can add new seeds into this pot. This is what I meant by the seed mixture is various. We have a bunch of different seedlings in here, so the possibilities are literally endless. It's like a guessing game, which I find fun. Our bee feast is repotted and hydrated and ready for another week. Now for these babies, I believe these are pumpkin seeds. So I'm going to pair them together. Now after you hydrate them, if the bottom is dripping slowly, that means the water is getting absorbed throughout the soil. So that's a good sign. This one needed it. Not even gonna lie, these guys are dead. But I heard in the winter that succulents go dormant. So maybe if they get enough nutrients and water and sunlight just off the roots, maybe they'll come back enough to grow. I'll keep you updated on this. So this is nothing but plant food, and I'm just gonna put a little bit up in here so that they get some nutrients in that rooting with that dirt and that water. This plant, I don't know what it is, but she looks like it's going to be tall. So I am going to put her in this pot with a couple of the clay pebbles as well. Look, she looks a little long. Lastly, good old hydration and sunlight. These are beautiful plants that need to be watered. The frog was in here last time. I don't know what's in here. Okay. Yes, and I'm learning to refill and empty my watering can because it attracts the frogs, mosquitoes, and the gnats. I don't want all of that on the garden, so we can reduce it as much as possible. And as far as the plant food, I definitely wait until the plants are mature before giving them plant food, because then I can tell if the nutrients are necessary. We also have our stand that we're watering, and here is the progress on the oregano and sage. Here is our black cumin seeds and basil. You can't really see it because it's purple basil. This is our kale and red hibiscus. And here are our mustard sprouts and our okra. The fog means that they are nice and toasty after hydration. This mixture is sweet pea and tulips that I'm also going to use to attract the bees. So as we see here, the sweet pea is definitely coming through. We like that. And they might need some support in the future. So we'll check on that. Although these type of cardboard containers are biodegradable, I don't like them because they do retain moisture versus the plastic one. So like how we found our plant molding here, I don't want that, and I will be repotting them in the plastic ones with the beads on the bottom, and they have large holes as well. Hopefully they survive and not necessarily get too damp. That's what I don't want. They don't necessarily need to be molding damp, but they can stay damp. Here are our sage and thyme in the plastic containers versus the cardboard containers. So hopefully they do get better growth and less mold exposure. And this is what week 4 looks like in the garden. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the other videos we have. And get mixed, guys. See ya.